Sometimes when things go wrong, you can't blame life. Cause when you shot your shot, what was your aim like? What were you targeting? Cause if it ain't right, and you still go with it, then that is on you. It's on you, it's on you, it's on you.
What's going on, you guys? This is Rami Singh and Sam Haye, and you are listening to the Mindset Rebooted podcast.
And if you're a first-time listener, thank you so much for stopping by. Here on the Mindset Rebooted podcast, we like to have conversations that help us to elevate the way we think.
So if you get any value from today's episode, please share with one person so we could help them.
And today we're going to be talking
I said that all weird, my bad. Keep going, bro. We're not cutting it.
Today we're going to be talking about communicating your goals, right? And the importance of communicating your goals and what it's all about, right? It's not just for the sake of just communicating your goals so you could throw it in people's faces or so that everyone knows your business, but it is a reminder of why you are doing what you're doing and for you to build relationships, for people to understand what makes you you. That's really important.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to understand is communicating your larger goals. Because what people see us do on a daily basis might just be small goals that bring us to our larger goals. For example, we talk about fitness a lot, and people are always like, hey, you're exercising too often, you're a gym junkie, push-up junkie, whatever, and you think that, why are you doing all this? There's no real reason. But then when we explain that, well, the reason I do this is because I want to be able to hang out with my kids in the future, be mobile, be able to pick them up, be able to like help move furniture in the house. I'm communicating my larger goals and my daily actions just reflect that. And people are like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yo, that's true. I think, thank you for saving me, because did I say communicate your long-term goals? Is that what I said?
You just said communicate goals.
Oh, okay. At first I was like, did I say communicate long-term? Anyways, but what you're saying is absolutely right. Because here's the thing too. Sometimes when we're going about our day-to-day, we get agitated, we get stressed out, we have different things that we're battling. And maybe just because Rami's nearby, I might vent to him and say how stressed I am and how I hate life or whatever it is. And then he might be looking at me, if he doesn't really know my goals, he might be like, well, why are you even doing this?
Yeah, bro, you're good. Don't worry about the stress, right?
Yeah.
And we hear that a lot from people who care about us. But we have to remind them like, hey, I appreciate the care, but it's really, I'm just venting because I have larger goals in mind. The reason why I don't go out with y'all at night to go clubbing or go drinking is because I have larger goals in mind. It's not because, oh, I hate my life right now, I'm stuck in it. It's because I choose to do this to have a better, bigger goal.
Exactly. And also communicating it is a great way for you to understand whether it's because you're just venting or is it really a cry for help, right? Because we can be venting for different reasons. Like he might hear me complaining and he might be like, hey, you know what? I know he's venting, whatever. But then what if I'm really just expressing that because I'm trying to find a way to say, yo, bro, what should I do? These are all different things that happen. And so communicating your goals, it would then give him the insight of how to navigate that conversation with me. If I am not sure what to do, but he knows, hey, you know what? This is what you're looking to do. He can kind of guide me in a way that would allow for me to ultimately reach that end goal, because we all need that help along the way.
Yeah, and I think another way to identify if someone is venting versus having a cry for help is how they speak about or complain about that situation. Because if I hear you say, man, work sucks because of X, Y, Z, or we have these kind of problems, X, Y, Z, but I have A, B, C as my recommended solution, I'm like, all right, you're just venting because you're problem solving. Now, if I hear you say, man, I hate my job, these people suck, they're stupid, they're useless, why am I even here? And I'm like, all right, bro, like, let's have a conversation. Should you even be doing that?
Yep. Here's the other thing too. Once you actually have that conversation, you may find that you have now actually established new goals, and you'll be able to then see, okay, is what I'm currently doing in alignment with those new goals, or should I move on? So it's very, very therapeutic and it helps. The other thing I will say is this: when it comes down to creating these larger goals, reason why you should communicate the goals even repetitively to yourself, whether you have it written down or on the walls, just to continue to give yourself that extra push, that extra motivation that you need. Sometimes you won't have someone next to you to encourage you. Sometimes you just have to be able to encourage yourself. And so it takes you reminding yourself of your larger goals.
I like that a lot. Reminding yourself of those larger goals, like you said, fires you up, but it also makes you stay focused, because we could easily get lost in the sauce. If we're getting stressed out, a lot of activities are happening, it's easy to forget why we're doing these things. So reminding yourself of those larger goals, I think is creme de la creme. It's awesome.
Yeah. So key takeaways from this conversation is, one, make sure you know what your goals are, right? And communicate that. Don't hold it in. Make sure you have trusted sources that you can lean on, people who can motivate you, remind you, and be able to help you decipher between whether or not you're venting or whether you're crying out for help. And people who are willing to help you get through those rainy days so that you can be the best version of yourself.
And last but not least, if you are the one who's being vented to or spoken to, use these as identifiers to also help your friend, your family member navigate whatever struggles they're going through.
And if you got great value out of this content, which I know you did, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. And until next time, Mindset Rebooted.
Sometimes when things go wrong, you can't blame life. Cause when you shot your shot, what was your aim like? What were you targeting? Cause if it ain't right, and you still go with it, then that is on you.